Hey guys, I'm back this time with the global version. I wanted to make a short video. I won't go into too much depth, I'll try to keep it short. Just talking about the two events we have going on now because we have two farming events and they're both fairly time limited. I mean, Vanille's is only about 10 days and there's a lot of really good stuff to be had from it. So a lot of people I've seen have said, oh crap, what do I do? Should I even bother with the Lena event anymore, or should I just stay with the Vanille event? And my answer to that is, well, it depends. Now I can tell you what I'll do and why, and then what I would recommend you do if you're not in my situation. So basically, I plan to farm the Lena event until it finishes, which we have 3 more days left. That should give me enough time to farm about 5 more greater orbs. I've already gotten 20, but I've done pretty much nothing but the Lena event so far since it started. So that would give me about a total of 25, which is not bad. I haven't used any Mithril or anything like that. I've just been farming on hard. And then once I'm done with that, or once I'm able to get 4 or 5 more, maybe I'll stop a little bit early. And then I'll move on to the Vanille event, and the reason why is if you look at the rewards, they actually halved the required number of crystals for the awards for the global version. So it used to be 250,000 for Japan, but we didn't have 2 farming events going on at the same time. So Square Enix actually nerfed it for us quite considerably, which I think was definitely a good move on their part. I think having 2 farming events going at the same time with the same number of orbs and everything required would have been a pretty bad move. So it's 125,000 for Thundaja, which is a fantastic spell. It does a lot of damage. It's a 4-star ability, and you'll save yourself 13 total greater orbs by acquiring it as a reward instead of creating it, because it's 5 black and 8 thunder greater orbs. So it's 13 total. Plus, if you look, you get one major orb, and then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So you get 11 greater orbs as well. So that's a total value of 24 greater orbs, which is basically the same number of orbs I will have been able to farm in the entire Lena event. And you can do this just doing hard. You don't even have to be able to clear heroic. You can just do hard. You should be able to clear this if you do hard within 4 to 5 days if you do nothing but that. But for those of you who don't have as much time or as much access to the game, so you can't maximize your stamina usage, it'll take a little bit longer, so you might have to adjust what I would do, but it's definitely doable nonetheless. So if you look down here at the average tokens per loop, a hard is about 6,000. I think that's pretty right based on the numbers I've seen, and somebody reported that if you, just like with number 24 in the Stella's event, you can check to see who the first fight is, and if it isn't who you want it to be, then you can exit the dungeon and rejoin it. And you can do the same here. So instead of number 24, apparently this guy here, who I just highlighted him, the guy in the middle, depending on the path that you take afterwards, you'll get anywhere between 5,500 and 8,000 for him. So we can assume that this 6,000 is fairly accurate, that you're probably going to get 6,000 or a little bit more. So that would equal out to about 21 runs total to get Thundaja. Anything after that is worthless, just because there's no point in investing tons and tons of stamina for some gold, or some gil rather. So if we assume 21 runs, it's 56 stamina per run. So you're looking at a little bit over 1,100 stamina. That's assuming you wake up, let's assume that you don't wake up like some people do. They wake up during the night and they use their stamina and go back to bed. Let's assume you wake up with full stamina. You use your 100 stamina. You do, about 2 runs. And then, throughout the day, you've got, let's say, another 12 hours worth of stamina you could use. That's another 240. So you're looking at 300 to 350, we'll say roughly, stamina. So, we could say conservatively, you could do, 5 runs a day. So that's 30,000 a day. That's only for a little over 4 days if you're able to maximize your stamina. Now, I know some people can't use as much stamina because they're at work and they're not allowed to use their phone at work. So for those of you who are in that situation and maybe, out of that 12 hours, you can only use maybe 4 or 5, hours, or you're really limited in being able to maximize your stamina usage, I would suggest, and this is what I would do if I was in your situation, I would just skip the rest of the lane event and go straight into the Vanille and stick with that till I get Thundaja. That what you'll get from the Vanille event is much more valuable than what you'll get from the Lena event. The only reason why I would recommend you farm the Lena event first is if you have the time to maximize your stamina usage afterwards, because you'll only have about 5 or 6 more days after Elena ends to do the Vanille, and if you don't have consistent access to the game to where you can farm consistently, you might run out of time and not get Thundaja, or you might end up having to burn a few Mithril to for stamina refills just to keep to finish it in time, and we don't want that. So basically, just to recap, roughly on hard 21, we'll say 21 runs, 4 to 5 runs a day. If you spare it, if you can do that, then I'd go ahead and do the Lena event first, get a few more extra greater orbs, and then switch over to the Vanille and just grind that out till you get Thundaja. For those of you who can't, just go straight into Vanille. Don't worry about Lena. You're not going to miss that much, but you risk losing a lot if you can't complete Vanille before it finishes. So that's it. As far as heroic goes, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm not really gonna try for it. I might try for it at the very end, like once I get Thundaja, just to see if I can clear it for the rewards, because the summon orbs are nice to have, and an extra mithril is nice. But so far, the only people I've seen clear it are paid players. I haven't seen anybody free to play clear it, but that doesn't mean somebody can't. But it's pretty much like the last stages of the Renoa event. I don't want to say impossible for free to play people, but I don't expect to clear it without using Mithril or some other way like that. And like I said, you won't miss very much. You can still get Thundaja at the end of the event. You'll still have all the same rewards and bonuses that the people who pay to play have. It's just it took you a little bit longer because you farmed hard instead of heroic. But there's no reason why you can't just farm hard. And to me, it's less stressful. You don't have to save load. Like the person I saw said they cleared it. They loaded 20 times in one battle. Yeah, I mean, if you'll get done with the event a lot quicker because of the averages, but is it worth the stress? Is it worth the hassle? No, I'd rather just farm hard. If you already have all the event elites cleared, there's really not much left. There's really not much other stuff to do. Maybe farm dailies, but you'll be farming something either way, and it's not really that big of a deal. You're not missing out on much. So that's it. Good luck with farming the events. I hope you guys get Thundaja. And a lot of people have left comments and stuff saying, they'll add me as a friend for Tyro's Grimoire. I really appreciate the support, guys. And hopefully I'll get a good pull one of these days so I have something good to give back in return. But I appreciate the support, and I hope you guys continue to get good pulls as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.